This is our marriage. This is it. Welcome to the Modern Parents Podcast.
I'm Danielle.
And I'm Vince. First thing is, what are some problems that we deal with as, parents in 2023 that our parents or grandparents have to deal with? And then the other thing is what is something that they had to deal with that we don't have to deal with? So we're going to kind of kick it off from there.
Okay. First off, it is back to school season. So I feel like this was a pretty good, topic. So we're actually going to start out with some back to school tips.
AKA, am I the blank hole that you had actually asked me was a mom or a soon to be mom, right? It was a woman who had said, am I the blank, hole because my husband wants his parents in the room while I'm delivering our first child, but I don't want them to be. She needs some advice.
And today you insisted on starting off the show with some bad dad jokes.
I couldn't help it. I found a couple. I went down like a whole rabbit hole of
course you did.
Dad jokes. So I figured it'd be a good way for everyone to start off their day by listening to some dad jokes. So I'm just gonna fire them off.
Dad jokes.
And you haven't seen these, so
no, I haven't.
I'm just gonna rapid fire them real quick. Do you feel, as a stay-at-home mom, internal pressure to do certain things?
I feel, but just like the judgment of every decision that you make as a parent, it doesn't matter what it is that you do. Someone's going to be mad about something. You could do everything by the book. Someone's going to be mad about something. You could do things your own way. Someone's going to be mad about something.
Yeah. So, what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
what's wrong with your father-in-law?
See, that's like
watching you.
The audacity that people have to think that they have the right Susie across the country. Oh. Sorry for that.
So if you're seeing this right now, that means the baby woke up and we had to pause our recording. So now is a good time to remind all of you to leave a comment down below on this week's topic. Let us know what you think about it. Also remember to like this video, share it out to your friends, family, anybody out there who you think may be interested in this content. And then also go follow and subscribe on all of our social media channels: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. If you are going to listen on our podcast platforms, please leave a 5-star review if you can, and a comment as well. On all of our channels, we want to try to get to 5,000 followers by the end of the year. So a little over 4 or 5 months left. So you can help out. That would be great. Last but not least, patreon.com/modernparentspodcast. $5 a month. Get some extra MPP in your life, and there's some perks and benefits that go along with it. One of them is an exclusive episode every single week. So not only do you get your regular Modern Parents Podcast, you also get an extra one as well for being a Patreon supporter. So again, patreon.com/modernparentspodcast, $5 a month, 16 cents a day, and you can help us grow this amazing community. We'll be right back after the baby goes back to sleep. I'd have been like, no. I don't mind having hard conversations with my parents. I've never had issues having hard conversations with them. Just for age perspective here, I'm in my early 30s. So I had a MySpace, right? When it was coming out, it was a big thing. And, Facebook was kind of coming out as I was becoming an adult a little bit. So, or getting more popular, I guess, as I was becoming an adult. But for you, you're in your late 20s, and
I had Facebook in high school.
Yeah, you had Facebook, but even earlier than that.
I personally had a Facebook in high school. I don't think I had Facebook before high school.
No, you had a MySpace.
I did. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, you had that's right. So I
was not supposed to.
I had a MySpace in my teens.
Yeah, I was in middle school.
Yeah,
I had my MySpace. This is what I did do this one with Daniel. I didn't know about it with Wyatt, but I did do this one with Daniel. It's called the I miss you button. And what I did is I would either put like a stamp or a heart on his hand.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I would tell him, if you miss me while you're at school, push the button and I will
Yep.
feel it. And, you know, I will give you a hug or a kiss.
Oopsie, I got you pregnant. So let's get married because we're dumb. But you and I actually like waited and dated and like actually did the right things the first time. And we had those kinds of conversations.
Yeah.
We did those things. So you didn't want her...
Strictly for the fact I didn't want her to see
the business.
And
Yeah.
so then that stresses me out.
Yeah.
Because then, you know, if you load the dishwasher and it's not...
But I think I load the dishwasher better than you do.
Okay.
The way I do it makes sense.
The way I do it makes sense. But anyway. So then I'm like, I'm going to have to unload that tomorrow. And
After it's clean.
yes, I know. And I know that. But I think that's...
It stresses you out to unload clean dishes because they weren't loaded correctly.
No.
You saw that. And I just feel like nowadays those kinds of teachers are very few and far between.
Yeah.
It used to be like 80% of teachers loved their jobs and 20% were just there for a check.
Yeah.
I personally feel like because of and I think that was mentioned.
A lot of wild things.
You see some things. You see some things.
My first baby, I think I was kind of oblivious to all the things that... Are you going to fist fight your mom to cut the cord? No.
I would.
Well,
I'm like, those are my scissors. So just kind of a breakdown, right? Just a quick and easy, teaching issues you go through now, teaching things you did back then, and then how are they different? You're still going on this.
I still got more.
Okay.
I think...
Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
I think a lot of stay-at-home parents...
I don't think our parents had to deal with that as much because from just my experience, right? If you wanted to, if your parents didn't like what other parents were doing, they didn't voice their opinion on it. They kind of just gossiped, in their little friend groups and at home.
Yeah. Right? Not to that person. That person really had no idea unless I said something straight to them. But
but there wasn't
that wasn't
very widely seen and known. It was more like, did you see what Linda did? It was one of those. It was one of those things. More now, it's like people get blasted on the social media.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like the school boards, the funding, all that stuff. I think it's opposite. I think 20% of teachers love their jobs. I think 80% of that are just there for a paycheck now because of the system that we have.
Yeah.
Give a little bit of background. I work full time. I'm a blue collar worker. I've worked white collar and blue collar work. I've always kind of gone back and forth. And you've been a stay at home mom now for the last 7 years.
6 years.
6 years.
I worked for 3 months.
Yeah.
When our
middle boy, our middle son was born. Parent was screaming at him in the middle of the store.
Yeah.
Which
Cussing,
then caused him to scream.
Yeah. Repeating back and forth the same thing.
It was literally like that someone was yelling in a mirror.
Yeah.
Same tone, same everything. The difference was this was a 6-year-old boy yelling at a mother and mother yelling at him. It was just it was bananas. Mommy, remember when you cried? I'm like, what is he talking about? Because then as a provider, I'm like,
why were you crying?
Why were you crying? Like, what's going on? What happened? Why do fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing?
Why?
In case they get a hole in one. So that was a good one. Hand good.
Oh. Listen, I'm more comfortable this time, okay?